These are the questions to follow the story. Use what you learned from reading the history article to answer the following questions. Number 1, this question has 2 parts. Answer part A, then part B. Part A, how does the author support the idea that the Navajo men who volunteered to fight in World War II had been living isolated lives? A, by stating that their messages were impossible to understand. B, by stating that most had never been off the reservation. C, by stating that they communicated orally and not in writing. Or D, by stating that they named planes and boats after animals. Which paragraph, this is part B, which paragraph in the text best supports the answer to part A? A, paragraph 3, B, paragraph 5, C, paragraph 6, D, paragraph 9. And you can go to the other link to listen to the story again. Number 2, the author uses a word that means doubtful in the text. Circle a word in the paragraph that best represents that idea. The Navajo Code was proposed by non-Navajo Philip Johnston, the son of missionaries on the reservation. Marine officers were skeptical at first. American armies had used other Indian languages to send messages during World War I, yet because the ancient dialects had no words for machine gun or tank, the experiment failed. Johnston had a better idea, a language combined with a code. So find a word that means the same as doubtful. Question 3. Answer part A, then part B. Part A. How does the author support the idea that the Navajo soldiers were able to make a code related to war even though their language lacked words for it? A, by showing how they mix language and culture in the code. B, by showing that they started by encoding 400 words. C, by showing how they proved the Navy couldn't break the code. Or D, by showing that they met several times to encode new terms. Part B, which 2 details, you're going to pick 2 answers from the article support the answer in part A. A, the business of their daily lives was conducted in their own language. B, Navajo was the language least likely to be known to foreigners. C, the Navajo soldiers rooted it like their lives in nature. D, Latso meaning whale was the code word for battleship. E, Marines spell out abbreviations with their own alphabet. F, remained behind to teach the code. 4. Which of the following best supports the idea that the Navajo code was hard to crack? A, the first letter of each word spelled out Mount Suribachi. B, the Navajo code talkers were unique in cryptographic history. C, even today, their code remains one of the few in history that was never broken. D, the Navajo language contained no words for the horrors of war. Number 5, short response. The author states that the Navajo code talkers helped win the war in the Pacific. Explain how the author supports this idea. Use at least 2 details from the text in your answer. So explain how the Navajo code talkers helped win the war. Learning target. In this lesson, you explained how an author uses reasons and evidence to support points. Explain how this work will help you better understand other informational texts that you read. So explain how using reasons and text evidence can help you.